Hello guys, and welcome to the first video. Hopefully it's gonna be a series of videos about the basics of computer science and programming. I've never really seen anything like this in YouTube that is short, concise, in relatively well spoken English, and I want to make, my goal is basically to make short, less than 5 minutes videos on basic things in computer science and programming that will give you some sort of an idea of what you're doing, and basically if you need a specific help in a specific topic, then you'll be able to find it quickly and not have it to watch an entire like 25 minutes video to understand something small, because nobody has the time. So let's do it less than 5 minutes for the basic things in computer science, and we'll start off with a fairly easy thing to understand, which is the integer type. Integer is something that doesn't really matter which language you use. If it's C#, JavaScript, Java, whatever, integers will always be there. Basically, they are a representation of numbers. Not they don't have like the floats or the doubles. They don't have the part of numbers. They are whole numbers. So let's start off by the format will be that I will show some code to show the problem, and hopefully you'll understand what I'm talking about. So let's just clear this. I'm writing in C#. It's gonna be relatively the same no matter which language you use. So let's define an integer. An integer can be both value type and reference type. We'll talk about value types and reference types in a different video, but for this video, let's talk about the two main types we have. So we have the value type, which is in C#, this small lowercase int. So it's going to be int I, for example, equals 1. So now I holds the value 1. I can change. So if I write a for loop, so in j equals 0 to j equals 10, and we'll increment j every iteration, and we'll increment I. So let's output this to the console so we can see this. So right line, and we'll do auto completes. If we do this, you'll see that every iteration I run this, you'll start seeing 1, 2, 3 all the way to 11 actually. Because it's going to do this 10 times, and it's starting off at 1. So let's run this, and it's obviously I don't have to say why integers are good for. Sorry, I is smaller than 10, of course. This is we'll talk about for loops in a later video, but this is basically the condition that we have to stop it. Let's run it again, and hopefully it should compile and run, and boom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to 10 actually. So yeah, it's because I did less than 10, it's gonna stop at 10. If I would do less than or equal to 10, it would stop at 11. So basically this is integers. It's useful for storing ages, having fields that require some numerical value. So the benefits of course, everyone needs integers. So there's this integer over here, which is the value types that as we discussed, and in C# and also in Java, there are other types that encapsulate that value type, and is like a reference type wrapper on top of it. So in C# it's int 32 or int 16 or int 64. In Java, it's gonna be an integer, so it's gonna be integer like this, and basically it means that it's a reference type. When you write it like that, you can do the same things and same operations as you would do in a smaller, in a lowercase int, the value type. But basically, this is the difference. There are a lot of considerations to think about when you do this. We'll talk about it in a different video. Again, I just want to focus on the integer itself. Very, very useful data structure, data type. Yeah, so this is gonna be like the format for the next videos. Super fast, super quick, super concise videos for computer science. So thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comment below. Yeah, see you guys in the next one.